Remember, you're going to have to write this in exponential form. For number 1, the base is 2. The exponent is 6, and that equals 64. For number 2, we have log base 4 of 1 over 64 equals negative 3. So the base is 4. The exponent is negative 3. And that equals to 1 over 64. Number 3 is a common log. Base 10 raised to the negative 2 equals 0.01. Number 4, we have to write this as a log. So you're going to write log base 2 of 32 is equal to 5. Number 5, you're going to write log base 5, and then of course the answer is square root of 5 over 5 equals negative 1/2. And number 6 is a common log, so you have log base 10, we don't write the 10, of 0.1 is equal to negative 1. So for the following, have a calculator ready, a calculator handy. Remember that this logarithm is going to equal an exponent, so I'm going to write it in exponential form. 2 to the power x is equal to 8. So the question is, what do you have to raise to get 8? And you notice it has to be 2 to the third power gives you 8. Okay. Number 8, remember that this is equal to a power. So we have 8 to some power gives you 64, and we know that 8 to the second power gives you 64. Number 9, we have log base 6 of 216 is equal to x, so we're going to say 6 is to some power gives you 216. You might want to try 3. I'm going to go ahead and try 3. I think 6 squared is 36, so 6 to the power 3 gives you 216. So 6 to the power 3 gives you 216, so x is going to be 3. Remember, the property of these two are the same. We have log base 7 of 7, that's going to equal to 1. It's the same thing as saying 7 raised to the first power is equal to 7. The next one we have log base 6 of 1, so it's 6 raised to some power gives you 1, and you know the only power that will give you 1 is 0. Number 12, this is equal to x, that's the power. So 8 to some power gives you 1 over 8, and 8 to the negative 1 power gives you 1 over 8. Log base 7 of 1 over 49 is a power, so we have 7 raised to some power gives you 1 over 49, so we know that 7 squared gives you 49, so it's going to have to be 7 raised to the negative 2 power, which gives you 1 over 49. The next one is base 9. So we have 9 raised to some power gives you 1 over 27. We're going to go to number 15. So we have 5 to some power gives me the square root of 5. And the only thing that will give you the square root of 5 is 5 to the 1/2 power. That means square root of 5. Number 16, we have 9 to the x power is equal to 3. So this is the same thing as saying 9 to the 1/2 power equals 3. Square root of 9, that's what it means. Square root of 9 means 9 to the 1/2 power. That's 3. So the next one, we have log base 2 of 16. So we have 2 to some power gives you 16. So 2 to the third power gives you 8. The fourth power gives you 16, so that's going to be our exponents. And then we have log of 1/2 raised to the x power gives you 16. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So this would have to be 1/2 to the -4 power, which gives you 16. So for number 19 to 25, I'm going to convert it to an exponential equation. And you're going to see how you can find x. Remember that we have 6 to the power 2 is going to give you x. So x is going to be 36. Number 20, we have 5 to the power 3 gives you x. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 gives you 125. Okay. 21, we have 16 raised to the -1 is equal to x. That -1 means that we're going to make it into a fraction. 1 over 16 equals x. 22, we have the base is 9. The exponent is 2. That equals x, so x equals 9 squared, which is 81. The next one we have log base 1/4 x equals -2. So you have 1/4 raised to the -2 power equals x. Well, that negative means you got to get the reciprocal. And 4 squared gives you 16. So for 24 and 25, I don't want to deal with that yet. So I'm not going to go over 24 and 25. For 26, we're going to expand these logs. So for number 26, we want to make it into 2 logs. So you're going to have log base 6 of 3 plus log base 6 of x, and this is called the product property. So this is, just so you know, I'm going to write product property. Number 27, we have log base 2 of x over 5. So we're going to have log base 2 of x minus log base 2 of 5. And this is called the quotient property. We have log base 10. It's a common log, and we have x times y to the second power. So I'm going to write this as a product. So you have log base 10 of x plus log base 10 of y to the second power. And since you have a power, you can put that 2 as a product of log base 10 of y. So you have log base 10 of x plus 2 times the log base 10 of y. The next example is a quotient. So you have log base 4, and you have a 1/3. Let me take this back. You have log base 4, and then you're going to have x, y, minus log base 4 of 1/3. This is the product property. So you can expand this. So you have log base 4 of x plus log base 4 of y minus log base 4 of 1/3. Number 30, you see how we have the product of x squared, y, and z. So you're going to have log base 3 x squared plus log base 3 of y plus log base 3 of z. That 2, you can use the power property. So you have 2 log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of y plus log base 3 of z. And then 31, we have log base 5 of 2 plus log base 5 of x. We're going to condense the logarithms. The first one will be the quotient property. So what do you have? You have log base 3, and then you have 7 over x, so that's one logarithm. 33, we have 2 times log base 5 of x plus log base 5 of 3. So that 2 can be written as an exponent, and you can also multiply the x and the 3 since we're dealing with log 5. So this will be equal to log base 5 x to the second power times 3, and normally you write the 3 first. 34, you have a product of 5, x, and y. Since they're all the same base, you have log base 4, and then you have 5 times x times y. 35, you have the minus, so this will be a quotient, and that 3 can be written as an exponent, and it's a common log, so you can write log. You really don't have to write 10, but I'm going to do that since the person that did this worksheet wrote a 10. So you have x to the third power divided by 4. 36, we have 2 log base 2 x minus 3 log base 2 of y. So it is a quotient again. So you have log, and you have x to the second power divided by y to the third power. 37, you notice that these first 2 is the product property, and then you're going to do division. So if I had to do it step by step, it'd be log base 3, and it's going to be 4 times x to the second power minus log base 3 of 5. And you notice that we're subtracting. So to combine this, you have log base 3, and then we have 4x squared over 5. Number 38, it's a difference, so you're going to have a log. Now, I think there's different logs. My eyesight is bad, so I don't think you can combine that. So I'm going to leave it as that. I'm going to just go ahead and stop.